Hello, and welcome to Messy Chef Kitchen. I'm the Messy Chef, and today I'm making tomato linguini pasta. This pasta is super simple and it's a great starter recipe for anyone interested in cooking. These are the ingredients we'll be using today. We also need sugar and another tin of chopped tomatoes. I'm filming outside for some lovely scenery. Okay, first step. This is usually the first step if there's an onion involved. Peel the onion, take all the brown leafy layers off. There's a lot of layers. Onions have layers, Shrek 2001. Take them off. We don't want to eat them, and then cut off the hard ends as well. I cut off both ends because it's easier with this knife because it's quite a long knife, but if you're able to cut with one end still on, that actually makes it easier to cut because it won't fall apart. Cut the onion with your fingers rolled back like this so you don't cut yourself. Once it's sliced one way, turn the onion around and slice the opposite way so you cross cut it. This will create small dicey pieces and that's the effect we want. Small cubes like this. Excellent. Okay, cut the other half. Keep chopping away until the entire onion is a pile of small cubes. The finer the pieces of onion, the faster and softer they'll cook, and you won't be left with a lumpy sauce. Next step is the garlic. I like to hand cut my garlic. First of all, press it down with a knife to take the skin off. We don't want to eat that kind of papery skin. It's not got a very nice texture. And then, same as the onion, cut the hard end off, just one end. Once that's removed, we can slice the garlic one way, turn it around and cross cut it the other way, just the same as how I cut the onion. This time obviously it'll be a lot smaller, the pieces will be finer, and that's great because that means the garlic flavour will mix in throughout the entire sauce, so it won't just be one clove of garlic. You can honestly add as many cloves of garlic as you wish. I don't think you can really add too much. Heat a big pot to like a medium heat. Every cooker's different. I've got an electric stove, so I put it to 3. Add about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of olive oil and heat that. Make sure the pot is hot before you add the oil, and then once the oil is added, wait until that's hot as well before we add our ingredients. Start by adding 1 piece of onion to test if the pot is hot enough. It's not ready yet, so have a dance. Once the onion starts to sizzle, add the rest. It should be a loud sizzle when you add it all to the pot, that's when you know it's hot enough. Stir that around until all the onion is coated with the oil. Cook that for about 3 minutes, then add in the garlic. Keep cooking this together. Cook it for 3 minutes. That means all the flavour will be infused. Once that's ready, add in the chopped tomatoes. Stir that. Black pepper to taste. You can miss that out if you don't want black pepper. I add black pepper to everything. Add in 2 teaspoons of caster sugar. This really creates a nice flavour for the tomatoes. Stir that. Mix it all together, make sure the sugar is all over, and then add in 1 bay leaf. If the bay leaves are quite small, add in 2. Mix that to spread the flavour again, and we're almost good to go. Okay, once it's boiling, we want to turn the heat down. I turn it to the lowest heat. Give it a good stir, put the lid on to cover, and leave that to simmer for 30 minutes. Pasta. Glorious pasta. Today I'm using linguini. If you don't have linguini, feel free to use spaghetti, tagliatelle, or honestly the sauce would go well with a non-noodle shaped pasta, penne, fusilli, you name it. All pasta tastes amazing. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the beauty of pasta. Once the sauce has about 5 minutes left, it's time to start thinking about cooking that pasta. So I always cook my pasta by boiling water in the kettle first and then adding it to the pot. That just means that you're waiting for less time. Once the kettle has boiled, Add it to a hot pan of water. Bring the water to the boil again. If the sauce is ready at this point, after half an hour, remove the bay leaf. That's done its job. Time to retire. Check if the pasta water is boiling yet. Only add the pasta once it's boiling. Here we go. Beautiful. Time to add those noodles. I don't like calling pasta noodles, it's pasta. Add that linguini. Sometimes it can be hard to get it all in the pot, just keep pushing really. Like it will soften once the bottom half is in the water, and then you can kind of fold it round and keep pushing it down until it's all in the pan. You don't need to break the pasta. Okay, keep that boiling and give it a stir so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Stir the sauce, it's starting to thicken quite nicely, and get that pasta cooking. There's not really much left to do now, this is how simple this dish is. Just stir the sauce to check the consistency every few minutes. If it does start to get really, really thick, too thick, you can take a cup of the pasta water from the pasta pot and add it to the sauce. Drain the linguini. Oh, some has stuck to the bottom. Just get your spoon and kind of scrape it off. If it's really like burnt and crispy, don't eat it, but mine was okay. Add that pasta to the sauce and mix it. Give it a good mix. Once you think you've mixed enough, keep mixing because you want that sauce to deliciously coat that pasta until it's nice and glossy. You don't want one person to get all the sauce. Okay, time to serve up. Just watching this video is making me hungry. This pasta is so easy to make. The only difficult thing about it is that you need to let the sauce simmer for 30 minutes. So if you're in a mega rush, it's probably not the one for you, but honestly, it's so easy to make. If you have a tin of tomatoes in your cupboard, you can make this dish. Everyone loves it. And that's all from the Messy Kitchen. XOXO, Messy Chef.